Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. You're back with Dead. I can today playing some more Satisfactory Early Access. So, in our last episode, we have finally got it done. And I was stood here because I did notice a problem that I spotted. It kind of happened last episode. I don't know why they shuffle like that. It is dead weird, but still, it works. I'd not got the right belts or something on this, so it wasn't fully filling these, but now it should be filling them all. Let's just drop onto this one. I know these ones are 100% efficiency because I went and had a look to make sure. These first three are definitely 100% by now, but then when I got down to this one, it wasn't quite at 100%. Now it should definitely be at 100%. These three should all be at 100%. This one's just working its way up there. It can't decide straight away that it's at 100%, but it will get there. It's got all the screws coming in at the right speed, and this one should be at about 82% as well. Yep, but it is all working now. So we should have one full Mark 1 belts worth of reinforced iron plates coming in here. Finally, we have done it. Hooray! I know there's a gap there, right? I don't get why. I think it's because them other belt, the screws have literally just been fixed like seconds before I started recording this episode. So now that is a full belt. Admittedly, this storage has got to fill up, but the one at the market's already full. So yeah, we're good for now. I do want to do rotors, but I am going to leave it for a little while longer still. Yeah, it's like modular frames. I don't think we need these coming in any quicker. And yes, I did cut off the pipes to that, I remember now. Rods, even. Rods. But never mind. We're not doing that this episode. We are doing concrete this episode because I am on a bit of a recording spree. I have still not had the feedback for the hard drive. And I'm fairly sure one of the options is rotors. Just to go and double check. Yes, I went out and got all the power slugs for everything now. So coal has been increased and all of the screws have been increased. This is for something later. Not telling you just yet why, but it's for something later. What was I doing? Checking to see if one of these was rotor. Yes, I don't know if that's any good. So, yeah. Hopefully, by the time I record the next episode, I will have waited for the feedback. But for now, we're not waiting. And just to show you the coal that's coming in now, is it all backed up? This is all Mark 3 belts now. Essentially, it's backing up, yeah. Because we've got not got the right ratio, but at least now, all of these will be full. The ones we've got, and for now, the power's going to be fine. Seems to be holding steady. I'd say that's about 730 at the maximum, but we will need to increase this again sometime soon. What we're doing this episode, if I can drop down here and not take much damage, it would be nice. In fact, it's better to just drop down onto this one. Whoop! I jumped far too early there. Did I just fall inside the miner? Please don't do that. It seems like a massive health and safety hazard. What we're going to do this episode, we're going to make the stone work properly. So I want to cut this power pole off from there because we're not using that one anymore. We'll just delete this for a second. And this entire line, in fact, let's go and have a quick clear out. Because stone is no longer coming up onto the bus. Quick, I don't want that plant to get me. So we can cut this out and cut this out. I might as well let it drain through and make the rest of the concrete that it can. But yeah, this won't be concrete up here anymore. It was a second line for iron coming in, so I've not got to have it as tall, but I've still got to come up with a method that allows that to work correctly. We'll get there. We'll get there. Now, what do I want? Will a shallow ramp do it? I don't think it will. So I'm going to put a proper ramp on. Because this concrete's going to come from there. We'll just have the one. Will it reach, though, is my question. I don't think it will. We may need a shallow ramp. Stop pressing that one. It's the wrong one. Let me just get one of these, then. Because you can actually see now how I do my outposts. It's not exactly the same, but it's very nearly the same. We're probably going to need to go one closer for that one. Have I got the stuff to make a Mark II miner? production. Reinforced iron. Tell you what, I have got some upstairs. What's the quickest way up? Bus. Let's just go and grab a few reinforced steel beams, or whatever they're called. And we're going to make this into a Mark II one, because I want to start it off as I mean to go on, and that's properly. Like I say, I'll explain that storage container at a later date, but for now, you don't need to know why it's there. I want to pick that up, and that up. We need to make 2 more encased industrial beams, is what they're actually called. I'll just keep calling them steel beams, knowing me. Encased. We need 2 more for the miner Mark II, I believe. Let's have a look before we run back down there and realise that I'm a giant imbecile. Nope, we've got all of it. Beautiful. We've even got the portable miner that I picked up from that. Yeah, I'll work out how I'm going to do the iron going into 2 different belts, because then we can bring down the tower size, hopefully. But that does mean I've got to have 2 stacks of towers instead, so we'll see, we'll see. You're going to be a pig? That normally works. Encroaching on others' clearance. It's not the stone, is it? It shouldn't be. I think it's that rock behind it. Fine. It's going to have to come out this way then. We want it nice and square, because everything else is nice and square. What are you now encroaching on? Is that a node? It is a node. That's why it's being a numpty. Right, let's get rid of this, and then we'll see if I can get the miner in facing to the left. I'd face that way, but we want to hack away at this first. Have we got 2 stone deposits here? Or is that just a node? It's just a node, isn't it? So how did I manage to do that if there was a node there? God damn it. I was about to say, why is it being stupid? We don't want you. Go away. There is only 1 node there, isn't there? Yes. Anyway. Node is... Oh, it's bodged up. It does this sometimes, and then you can't square it off. That's what we want. And we want to just make this look like it's not levitating. We might as well go into the stone. There we go. That'll be fine. And this one now needs to go. It's been a pig. Tell you what then. Organisation. And nope. It's logistics I want. And conveyor pole. Because I would like this one to go straight into this one, if at all possible. It doesn't look quite straight, but I assure you it is. If I go there. Now, can we get this coming out into a nice corner? Probably not. But I'm going to try. Yeah, it doesn't like it. Let's go a bit further forward then. There. Still doesn't like it. This is going to look stupid, but I don't really want it to go further up. Yeah, that'll be fine for now. Is that right on the edge? No, it's not. We will get this right. It's got to be Mark II anyway, because this should be giving us 120. No, you don't do it like that, do you? You go to the bottom of the ramp, which we can't do. You go like that, and then you go in. And then we're going to see how tall this needs to be for us to get our next floor in. The underfloor, or whatever we want to call it. Can I cheat? Apparently not, because it's not letting me grab that one. Will you reach? Wire is too long. No. Fine. In that case, because I'm not having a proper path coming out to it. Wire is too long, really. I don't really want to do this one, because it's going to go right through the stone, but none of you saw me do that, right? So there we go. That's now giving us 60 per minute. We do want to up that to 120. Because I don't want to mess around with this. We want it coming in properly to start with. 120 on a 120 line. Alrighty then. First of all, I really need to see where the floor can go. And how high we can build this. I'm only really going to need constructors above it, so I think the limit might actually be there. Let's just get up there first, and then we'll sort out the path to get up there. What did I even do there? You madman. We will have an official way up there. This isn't the proper way. Just want to see if a constructor will fit up there with a decent bit of clearance. How about if we go one higher? Because I do want to leave as little room between these as possible. Where did I even put that other one then? Anyway. I think we might even be able to get one higher. No, that's got to be the limit. Right. So that's where the floor comes up to. Oh, shouldn't be deleting this one. I don't know how much stone we're going to end up getting in, but we want probably all of those belts ready to go when we're set up and going completely. So let's take all these out, because we know we don't need those. Let's try and stick to the width of the bus going in. Seems okay. Right, first we need to bring these all the way up to the top. And that is easy enough. We need some walls. We need wall conveyor ×2. Don't worry if it's not painted the right way for now. And I can't even remember which way around these are meant to go. Because there is an actual way that I've designed it. It looks like the groove's on the inside. Yeah. And then we'll need to come one more floor up. Whoa, don't fall inside here, whatever you do. Like falling inside a escalator. We do not want to do it. So, let's get this hooked up. I might as well leave these other wires in here for now. But we want them all marked too. Every single one of them. Like I say, Caterium might come up onto this floor as well, but I've not decided yet. And you want to go up to there, and you want to go up to... Come on. That's a straight line, isn't it? Don't want straight line. Nope. Come on. That one up to there, then... Come on. That one up to the top. We're only going to do that line for now. We'll do the rest of them at a later date. So that one spins around there. And that... Should that one be spinning around there? Yeah, it should. In fact, they should all spin round on the end, shouldn't they? And then this one can come straight out. Admittedly, we are going to have a little bit of a gap between this, unless if I put the half floor, it doesn't quite block it off. It will look a little bit stupid then. I don't actually know if I'd be allowed to get a belt in there. Oh, it'd let me. I'm going to do that then. It'd look a little bit silly, but I want floors around it. And that's where we need to go, and where we need to go. Let's go and have a look at it from the top. Amazing. Oh! Wow. Yeah, we should probably get the actual ramp coming in first, shouldn't we? So we can get up properly. So, I'd like to keep concrete on this side. So if we're doing concrete one side, Caterium on the other, I'm wondering, is there a way I could make a walkway up here? I'll look into it. So, stone needs to come in on the right ones from this side, or the left ones from this side, if we hook any up in future, because then that'll bring them all out to the right side, and then Caterium could all come on the left side, and we can have two different directions of factory. Lovely, lovely. Right. We may need to expand this even more than just the width of the bus. I don't know yet. I've not done any workings out for this. We're just building it right now. I don't think we should need to. But we can't really afford to stack these very high in here, is the other problem. But anyway, let's start with a constructor straight away. That looks like it's aligned fairly nicely. Nope, we can come back one. Always difficult to place the first one of these. I don't know why. I should be used to it by now. There we go. So, we are going to be wanting to make concrete 45 coming from 120. That's not a very nice balance, is it? You are Mark II. That's pulling in 120. We can basically get nearly 3 factories out of one line. Would it make more sense just to underclock it? I know underclocking doesn't do anything. I'd set it up for Mark III belts, but there's no way we can get this to produce 270 on its own. The only other thing is I go out and get more. Does 240 divide nicely into 45? 1 minute. Calculator again. 240 divided by 45 is 5. Whereas 270 is obviously going to be 6. I need to get another stone coming in. I want to do this properly from the get-go. Right. Where are we for limestone? Is there another one fairly close by? Did I bury one? That'll be why I had 2 mines coming in. There's one underneath here. I really don't want to move it, but... So there's that one there. There's one right under there. I don't know why I'm looking at the sky, but... 250... 329. I was sure there was one closer than that. Fine, fine. We're not doing it properly from the get-go. We're going to set it up ready for 270 coming in. Because 1 Mark III belt should be more than enough's worth of concrete, I'd have thought. So, we want 6 of these. We're assuming that there's 270 coming in anyway. 2, 3... So that'll be 4, space, 5, space, 6, walk room. I think it might be beneficial if we just come out and join up to the supports that we've got. I know I'm doing it the most difficult way possible, but I thought I'd clicked there. I do, well, I shouldn't run out of concrete. I was about to say I do hope I don't run out of concrete while I'm doing this. I'm about to run out of concrete, yes, but there's plenty more upstairs. And with the looks of it, I am going to have to go back upstairs. God damn it. This is what happens when you start recording and you're not ready to record. Anyway, I don't mind running back upstairs. We get to see all the factory again. And this belt should be completely clear of limestone now. So I can cut that off there. We'll leave that bit there. You on top should be completely empty anyway. You're getting there. We can just leave you to keep filtering through. It's going to be a problem moving these, but I'll do that off camera anyway, so... and I might as well chuck the last bit of limestone I've got in here. And you know what else I can clear out while I'm up here? All of this lane of it. It is not required anymore. If you are moving, you have a new home to go to. Finally, we'll get this room back at the front. Not that we need it for anything, but it'll just be nice. Come straight upstairs, you've got the hub on the left, and then you go... well, you come on the left and you've got a massive smelting column, and to the right will be the hub. Oh, also, on my ventures out, I did find a second purple slug, which is good, because I have at least got one to use now after I've researched the first one. But like I say, just awaiting the feedback, but that's what I get for going on a recording spree. I could have quite happily gone and done some 2 Point Hospital instead, or some more Slay the Spire Ascension runs, or Slay the Heart, but you know me, I'm really enjoying this at the moment. Right, I think we need to get our proper walkway up, because this is a little bit silly. We know where the floor is, and we know that it comes out to there, so if we're coming from upstairs, why not just have it go in a ramp straight up into this one? Is my opinion. And then we can have one on the other side as well. Yes, it just clipped through things a bit. I'm quite happy with that, to clip through things. I'd love to know how to kill those. I wonder. Let's wait for it to sit back down. I'm coming for you. Can you cut them down? Nope. It was worth a try though, right? So we're literally going to be running straight up into a face full of concrete. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. At least it we'll have to be fine. There's not much else we can do. Like I say, this is going to be the underfloor. Admittedly. You can see where that is now. You'll see what we're going to do with that, hopefully this episode, because I don't want to faff about today. We want to get some good things done. And... nope. Back one. Get in. God damn it. So, we're assuming, and you know what they say about assuming, that there will be, we're going to have a merger here actually. In fact, let me get the first splitter in. I don't want that factory to be there. We want this bit to be clear so I've got room to do things. Come here, foundation. God damn it. Yeah, we don't want to bottleneck it all the way up there. Because then it would just make it more difficult later on. And I'd have to move it all up one again. And we don't want to... God damn it. We don't want to be doing that. There we go. And a 6. And a plop. So, we can assume there'd be 4 belts coming up here. There's not going to be 4 belts, but yeah, we're just leaving the room ready. So, we're going to have... let's get the splitter in first. I've already said that once. God damn it, man. What are you even doing? The splitter's going to have to be like that. I'm going to say, do you line up at any point? We don't really need the merger in. But I do like the idea of having it in. Because, for example, this belt can go straight into that one. And I do want it going straight into that one. God damn it. Nope. Thought it'd be quicker than that. Too eager for the game. Oh, we're going to have the same problem as before. Surely I can just fix that with one of these. And in. And we'll set this one up ready. Because that's going to go to... well, let's reverse do this. I want it as close as possible, really. Does that even work? It seems awfully close. Conveyor belt is in valid shape. Yeah, it's too close. How about there then? Gives me the nice right angle that I'm looking for. Does it not? It seems like a right angle to me. And you will go to there, and you will go in there, and it is all running in the right direction. Good. So, yeah, we'll get another belt coming in that's more than... well, it's got to be 250 to make this 270. 290? How fast is a Mark III belt? God damn it. 270. And yes, I have just put Mark III belts on this one. So, 120. We need 150 coming in on this one. So, that would be one stone deposit at full speed, so 120, and then another one doing whatever. Well, basically, an impure one. Let's get all of these splitters in here. And we want red facing us. And to go like so. Keep going. And this will give me... well, obviously... 1.5 belts full. 1.5. God damn it. That's a bit silly, isn't it? I don't think we really need to go this excessive, but we might as well. Concrete's never really going to go out of fashion. I'm actually considering having one storage in front of every single one of these. Just so we get a monstrous backlog. And realistically, I've done this on completely the wrong side, because steel is on the other side. Although we're transferring it to this side, so no, we've not. No, we've not. Yeah, I'm going to have a storage in front of every one of these. It's only going to be right on the end. It's not there for much. Like I say, we just want it to store as much as possible. Right, and then you can see what the hole in the roof's going to be for. In fact, no, I don't want these last 4 as storage, because these 4 are going to go off into one full belt. Yes. Yes. So we can go back to Mark 1s for these. Don't know where this is all going to end up landing, but for now that doesn't really matter. We just want to merge it all up, and we'll be good to go when we need it. for the steel production later. That's what we need for the reinforced steel plates. You know what I mean. Them things I couldn't say before. And these first two machines are going to be for our own personal storage. And these, funnily enough, are the two that are going to get fed the most to start with. So it's good that they're on the end there. I kind of needed to put these in. And yeah, I'm going to continue with Mark 3s. If the belt's Mark 3, we might as well do it all Mark 3. It's not like I've not got enough steel plates. I've just got to nip back upstairs if I run out here. But it's looking like I might not have to. Surely you wouldn't do this to me. Oh, thank God. So that will split all the way down to the end. Not that it's going to be much use up this way for now. So I could always just put a storage chest on the end. In fact, yes, I will put a buffer chest on the end. Can I get one in with the space that we've got then? Floor is too steep. I'll take that as a big fat no then. Let's go one more tile. I am very interested in getting Caterium coming in as well. Because then we can start using quick wires. Not that I think I'll use them all that much, but this only needs to be a Mark 1 belt. We can put that back to Mark 1. So that should be a full line of concrete coming in when it's ready. And then these, well, no, these two don't need to go into storage either. I'm just being stupid. Now, where does this line up? Oh, upsettingly, in just the wrong place. I need a merger. The merger needs to go there. These can be Mark 1. It's of no importance, really. This is going to be for our personal supply. So now you see why there's a hole in the floor. Because what we're going to be doing is we're going to hook that up to the underside of there. And it should look wonderful. Admittedly, it's not going to quite look wonderful getting into it, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I basically want to try and hang it from the roof, which I know seems fairly daft, but what we can do, I just need to get up there to start with, and this won't stay here, don't worry. I need to come one higher. Didn't mean to do that, but anyway. Right, where can this stacker go that it's not going to be silly? I mean, that actually works, so you know what? We're going to leave it with it. For now, this is going to be put in place. In fact, no. We are going to build the walkway going underneath it. Right, it's got to go into that. Now, I don't think this will work. If I put a single wall in, I don't even know which way around I've got these. I don't think it particularly matters. No, didn't think you'd like that. You won't do that either, will you? Nope. It's just misaligned. That's the problem. I wish there was actually ceiling hangers. I could run it along that wall and then bring it across, but still it's going to have nothing to join onto. Not unless... Well, really, that wall needs to come out one more then, doesn't it? Because then we can go... Does it really matter which way around these go? I'm not doing it like that, so I doubt it. You can come round, in, and up. This is going to be more than 6 now, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Now, these walls are going to stay in. It's just the floor underneath is not. Probably should hook it all up before I delete the floors, right? And then up here we want another wall. I'd prefer to get these walls in the middle then, if it's not quite 6. To make sure you can actually go into there before we do it all. There's no reason why it shouldn't go straight into there. Whoops. Yeah, there's no power yet. Has this got to come one further this way then? Just put these back so I can get the measurements right. What have we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't really want an even number. We'd have preferred an odd number, but 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It needs to go in the middle of this one, which I'm fairly sure you can't do because walls, yeah. Fine, it can go one closer to that one. I'm not really going to see the underside of this all that much anyway, except for when I run under the entire thing. So that's that hooked up. Let's get rid of all this monstrosity now. Easy enough. Like I say, it doesn't look brilliant. I could take all the walls out, but then I think it'd look even more stupid. You know what? I'm willing to put stackers here so that it looks like it's built up to that. I mean, technically, it can be built up to that. And then from there, it just floats in. Screw it, that'll be fine. Until they do ceiling hangers, then there's not much I'm really going to be able to do about that, is there? We know this isn't going to go any higher. I will stop pressing the wrong button at some point. I want it to go underneath, please. Because I want to essentially put a lid on it. Come on, you do it somewhere. And should we leave this open? I guess we can, because then we can see into it. It looks like a nice little factory. I'd put it further down if it didn't block the windows, but it does, so I'm not. How are we getting power up here? I think we're actually going to have to run power down here properly. Let's disconnect that, because I know what we can do. It's not going to be a straight line, but it's going to work as much as I want it to work. Come on. That can go into that corner, and then you can power that. And then you can power these. Admittedly, it's going to be on the outside for ones, which I really don't like, but these splitters should have no reason to move, so there should be no problem with putting it right here. Hook you two up. In fact, that's the only splitter that would have been anywhere in the way anyway, so hook you two up. And hook you two up. Like I say, this is the full line that will be going up to the steel production later on. Really? It took me all that time to get that done. I'm not being funny. If it's my personal storage, I want it getting there pronto. Oh, I've not got enough. What do these actually produce? 15, so really a Mark 1 belt is all that is needed. I could use power shards again to make things work, but we've not really got the actual limestone input coming in anyway. If I doubled it to 90, that'd need 180 on one belt, which we still can't do properly. None of this will work properly. And when I say properly, I mean that in the nicest possible way. At least not until we've hooked this up. But surely once we've filled up, we've filled up. We don't need that much concrete, not for our own personal use. Don't get me wrong, we go back and we take it every now and again. But there'll be a load sat on the belt. I bet there's nearly 100 sat on that belt. There'll be 100 sat in these when it stalls at. No, it'll be fine. Oh, I want to build the ramp the other side as well. And we do want the little plateau in the middle here. And we know this comes out to 1 past the other side. 2 past the other side. Unfortunately, I didn't build the structures in that much of a symmetry that this is going to join up to them, but it'll do. Eventually, being as though this is the Caterium side, I don't know what Caterium's like. It may go all the way out to it. We'll see. We'll see. We might not even do Caterium down here. We don't know. We just don't know. Now, did I start the ramp straight off the top? I think I did. Yeah. Ramp goes straight off the top. In fact, if it's too high, I'd like to have the ramp too wide. There is no benefit for it, and it will clip through these stones, but I'm not particularly bothered about that. If you've not seen, on the front side of my bus, I've already got a ramp that's got the floor clipping through it quite a bit. Come on. There we go. And that's now right in the middle of the path. Fair enough. We're not moving that one. And this will be loads easier from underneath. So, let's get the ramp in this side, and then we hope that we're never going to use this space. It'd be nice to get a bit of a walkway that leads down to it properly. I am trying to think of one very quickly that we can do. It's the idea of it's coming off the coal line. That's the only thing I can think of. We're going to have a look in a second. I'm going to have to put another one of these, aren't I, just to make sure it goes into the floor properly. Yeah. I know it's the most minute of lips there, but I want to make sure it's in properly. There we go. So if we've got any more stone... Well, stone doesn't come up here. I think we can do this quite nicely, actually. Let me just... Ramps and walkways? Can we build ourselves an actual little bridge getting into this? Because I've got no intention of ever sealing this bit up. This coal thing to the side is actually its own little road, and I'm not connecting roads up to the main bit of it. Where do we want this to join onto then? I actually want it to join right in the corner. No, I don't want to mark one. I just want to click it. There we go. This is going to be too close now, isn't it? Anyway. Let's try it slightly differently then, shall we? Because we know that's going to come down. There we go. That's more like it. So the walkway does come out a little bit further than I would like it to do. It's not a problem. It's fine. We want the turn there, and a turn there, and a bridge. Obviously, it puts it the complete wrong way. And I'd like my hotbars to go back to what they were, please. Mark II, I tend to set them at there. So we have got a quick way from the under base to the upper base. And basically, I can cut all of this out now. Because we need none of it. Oh, wonderful. It's nice and clean and open and clear. I assume this bottom one's empty. If not, we're going to get a chest. Fair enough. As long as these ones don't give me chests. And yep, that is flying. Could be fine for a minute. It's concrete, obviously. Just get rid of that. We don't want it. Store, grab all. And what I want to do before it fills up too much, so the hole in the floor, remember, where are we? Right next to the hub. I did want to get it in this line, but with where that starts, realistically I can't. Although, in fact, I probably should have done it facing there. Never mind, never mind. I'm not using a Mark II belt for this either. We want a little shopping window coming out. And then this is going straight into there. Like I say, I want to transfer all this quickly before it fills up. Because it's the top one that's more full. So whatever's left in there, I've either got to delete or it's what I'm going to be using. Unless I can get it in here. Yeah, there was no logic for me putting it here. It's just it's next to the base, so why not? Quick! Run. We gave it too much time. Oh. And obviously, we can't pick up all of that. But for some reason, it puts random things in there and doesn't give me a full stack of it. But yeah, now we have got concrete coming in at a bigger quantity, now that we know we actually need it later on. Hopefully it's not going to bite me in the backside. You know what? I'm going to delete that entire lot. I know it's dead wasteful, but we've got unlimited resources, so who cares? And there should be more than enough left in here for what I would normally carry on me. 1200's probably a little bit on the excessive side, to be fair with you. So yeah, I've got no intentions of recording another episode today, because I think we've done loads. I've done 3 episodes, so yeah, I assume by now I've already got the feedback on the HDD and what we should be doing with it. If it is the rotors, then I'm glad I've waited. If we don't do the rotors with it, then unlucky. I'd hate to undo the screws now. All the work we've put into it. I know how beneficial this is, though. I do know. Because we'd then not have to use all the rods to do it. And basically, I could have one line of ingots going into there instead of one line of ingots going into the rods. But then again, would it benefit from that? Didn't that say it used 2 iron ingots to make 90 rods? That would be a massive upgrade. But still, if I was going to do it, I would have already have done it. Why is there gaps in that? Why is there gaps in this? Yeah, I will wait for the feedback now until my next recording. But still, I keep spotting these little mistakes. This should be a full belt. What have I done wrong? They're all flashing yellow. Are they not getting enough iron ingots? Again, this is supposed to be a full belt of 120. It looks more like a full belt of 60. What have I done? They are marked II. It's the very top one. Let's go and have a look before we finish this episode off. It'll be a touch longer again, but... Right, so we can see the ingots aren't coming in properly for a start. They're not on the 3rd belt either. What the hell have I done with this? I thought I'd fixed it all. Yeah, clever. So we'll start with the 3rd belt down, and then it's the top one. You absolute imbecile. How about the top one? Is it the similar circumstance? You are a complete buffoon, sir. This is why I should stick to one belt. I probably swapped from Mark 1 to Mark 2. You're not even hooked up. What have I done down here? Didn't I do this episodes ago as well? Oh god. Apologies. It all went wrong. We're going to go through and upgrade all these to Mark 2 now, just to make sure that I've not been a complete moron. It's an output of Mark 2 belts. That's my logic for using Mark 2s now. If it's going onto a Mark 2 belt, it can all be a Mark 2 belt. Please upgrade yourself. That's already Mark 2. No real reason for them to be Mark 2s, but I'm sticking to my new principles now. I mean, it's not upsetting, but it's good to spot these things before we would actually need the stuff coming in properly. Because at least now I can come back and make sure it's alright. And we've got reinforced iron plates for days, so we're not fussed about wasting them. We've got steel for days, we're not fussed about wasting that either. I'm fairly sure I did miss the odd one coming out of the miner into the splitter further back, but who really cares anymore? That's obviously Mark 2. So yeah, we should have all of these coming at the proper production rates now. I told you I'd probably miss one. Or 2. You're stalling out. You've got some filling up to do. That's fine. I knew I'd missed some. Come on, just keep bunny hopping. Yeah, I think we're good. From a distance, does that look good? It does. Let's just go and jump up onto our platform so then we can see properly. Hopefully, no more idiotic mistakes. There will be, I promise you that. If that's one thing I can promise, there will be idiotic mistakes. So, it was the top one and the third one. They look full to me. To which the row of iron rods, don't jump down there, good God, should fill up. It's not quite made it down there yet, as you can see. It's working its way down there. Have I got any ingots on me? No, I didn't take any belts away. Either way, before this gets to a 50-minute episode, the iron rods should pick up pace now. So all should be gravy. I don't think I've made any more mistakes. I'm not saying that I haven't, but I'm sure we'll find them at some point. Either way, that is it for this episode. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, feel free to leave a like and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see some more. Other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Cheers!